Hey, what's up? Welcome, or welcome back if you are returning. I have not posted in a hot minute. This just keeps happening, huh? I have not prepared really anything for this video as far as what I'm going to say. What prompted this was I wanted to get out there into the universe how I have been feeling about having a full-time freelance gig and sort of the things I discovered this year. And I'm sure this is, somewhat universal. I'm sure a lot of freelancers who are new to this will resonate with them. But some things that I really didn't know before I started that I wish someone would have said, and I don't know, I would have liked to have heard this from someone else. And maybe I wasn't looking in the right places or whatever. I feel like a lot of freelancers, at least, okay, I'm saying a lot of freelancers. I feel like I do not want to ever complain about my job because I know how fortunate I am to be in this position. I have steady freelance work, and it pretty much started immediately right out of college. I thought I was going to be doing full-time Patreon and being kind of an independent artist, and I was fully prepared and ready to do that. I was like, doggying down, that's not the saying. Knuckling down? What is the saying? Doubling down? Oh my god, is that what I'm trying to say? Yikes, doggying down? What is... Anyways, I was really ready to go full-time with Etsy and just do the whole independent artist thing. And I was doing it for a couple weeks and I was really kind of enjoying it. But then I got an agent and the book work came in pretty quickly, quicker than I thought it would. And being someone who has never done books before, that was never my intention. And I talk a lot about this on Patreon especially. My poor patrons probably are like, Jamie, can you please talk about something else other than I wasn't going to be a book artist and now I'm a book artist. So the point is, I was not intending to do that. I didn't know how to handle that. And so I just started taking on job after job after job, signing contracts, thinking, well, I want to make enough money to, make a good living wage for the year. And these were long-term contracts. These were books that I knew were going to be published out in 2022 or even 2023. So being someone who used to post regularly online, and my audience was like a community that I could bounce ideas off of immediately. I could make something and then post it, and then I could make something and sell it. And it was so immediate to go from that to, all right, I'm gonna work on this thing for a year, nobody's going to see it, and it's going to look like I'm not producing any work. That was a really jarring change. That was one of the most jarring changes going from the independent artist route to freelance route, was no more immediate satisfaction or immediate feedback, and an absence online. I'm torn on that. The whole being absent versus being very present online. Sometimes I really enjoyed it and sometimes I really despised it because I felt a little too perceived. I felt too seen sometimes. So sort of taking a step back from it has been nice to some degree. But then, guys, the whole reason I wanted to even record this was having some type of feelings about October and, drawing prompts, and October's my favorite month out of the year. I love autumn. I love creating autumnal art. That's what a lot of people know me for and have followed me for. So it comes this time of year and I'm like, oh, I really want to produce all of this work. I have all these ideas for all these autumnal pieces I want to do, all this Halloween art. I want to draw some frickin' mushrooms every dang day, but then I realize I can't. I really can't do that. And that was because it's not because of freelance in general, it's because I overloaded myself with freelance. I have been working on 4 books this year, and multiple book covers. And that's my first year of freelance out of the gate. So that's a lot. And moving forward, I have learned I would like to just take on one big book project a year and then focus my energy elsewhere on, you know, doing more stuff for Patreon again, doing more stuff for YouTube, being able to create personal work, and tattooing. Like, I'm getting into that. And that's a whole nother video, but I want to have that freedom to explore other realms of creativity and art like I used to be able to do. And I really think I took that for granted, having that time to just make some clay things one day if I wanted to, and whether I sell them or not, whether it's for money or not. I have lost the freedom to do that. And again, this is not on my agent, this is not on my clients, this is on me. I just took on too much. I've never done a graphic novel in my life. I have no experience with paneling or any, you know, matching action and like expression and camera angle, all basically like cinematography, all of that goes into comics. I have no experience with that. I am completely a fresh little baby out the womb, now doing a graphic novel series with a client the size of Disney. So after I got over the imposter syndrome, then came, okay, now I've got to kind of like master this craft, or at least fake that I'm mastering this craft and make it look really good. So that's kind of a tangent, huh? I was talking about deadlines and workload and not being able to work on you know, personal work. So here's where I'm at right now with freelance is, like I said, I'm only going to be taking on one big project a year from here on out so that I can focus on other things. And that is a huge relief. Just knowing that, having that light at the end of the tunnel is a huge, massive relief. But I know I'm still in it, guys. I'm still lost in the sauce of taking on too much this year, and it's not going to end until basically the new year, 2022. I know when my deadlines are, and I have made a calendar basically breaking down every single day until December 20th. And looking at that is highly intimidating. Like, you know, when you pull up Google Calendar and you've got all your little like colorful boxes, well, it's just freaking jam-packed with color. It is just like the whole calendar is filled. There is not one day that doesn't have a color block on it. That being said, I am taking care of myself. I've gotten a lot of messages from people saying, you know, I hope that you are still trying to take care of yourself. I am. And that's a part of the discussion too, is, you know, yeah, I have this deadline coming up in December that's massive, and I can't really work on personal work. But part of the reason that I cannot work on personal work is I take the time when I'm not working to get outside, to go to the gym, to visit people that I love. You know, it's not like I'm not taking any time off. It's just that now I really have to focus very hard on where I want to sort of siphon my time off. Is that the right? A siphon is something like a funnel, right? Like it's a thing, a big thing that goes down into a small thing. Am I thinking of that right? Siphoning? I hope I'm right, because I would love to use that word and use it correctly, because it just sounds kind of sexy. So I'm having to compartmentalize. That's a good one. I'm having to compartmentalize my time. I basically am having to schedule my free time very, very carefully and very intentionally. And it's not really like I can look at, you know, these fun October drawing prompts. I've seen a lot of really cool ones this year, which is like kind of breaking my heart a little bit, because I feel like I am the kid on the playground that like is in timeout, and I'm watching all of my friends play kick the stick. Oh, you know, that classic game, kick the stick. And I am sitting there on the bench and I'm in timeout, and like the teacher's looking at me like, you're a stinky little boy. And I'm like, ah, damn it, I don't want to be playing kick the stick. That's exactly how I feel watching other people doing drawing prompts in October and drawing all this beautiful autumnal art. I feel very left out, and I feel a little drained and sad that I can't be doing that. And I do think back to when I was doing Patreon and stuff like that. That was all me. That was all my ideas. That was all just purely out of love and creativity and whatever I came up with that day. And, you know, quite frankly, the honest truth is I knew I could monetize on that. I mean, you know, you gotta live somehow, right? So now, obviously, I am making money, right? I gotta be. We all do, unfortunately. And the way that I'm making money now is just very different. And yeah, maybe it's more steady, maybe it's more secure, but it is more demanding. It is slightly less creative. I'm not having fun with it. I mean, sometimes when I work on ARDEN High, which is what you're seeing right now, I start crying because it is such an incredible story that the authors, Molly Horton Booth and Stephanie Strohm, they, like them and the team at Disney, are amazing. And just like seeing this queer graphic novel come to life based on Shakespeare is so cool, and I'm so excited for it to hit the shelves and for people to witness these characters and like hopefully fall in love with them. And you know, I think you will fall in love with them just because Stephanie and Molly did such a great job with writing them. But you know, I'm kind of like, I hope you like the art too. I hope you like the way they look. So all that being said, yes, I'm stressed. I am owning up to that. I overloaded myself this year, and that's why I have been gone and absent, and I am staring out my window looking at kind of what I could be doing and feeling a little upset about it. But I want to say that I appreciate how much work I have gotten this past year. I am in a good place financially, and you know, maybe my mental health is struggling a little bit, but we're working on it. It's going to, it's data. I'm collecting data this year, and next year I am able to take all of that information and sort of mold my career how I need it to look. That was like the most pea-brained way I could have worded that, but you get what I'm saying. So I know we're coming to a close soon here because my camera ended up dying and I didn't get through the whole page. I want to say thank you for being patient with me here on YouTube. I know that I've promised a lot of things and said I was going to film and haven't been able to, but it's never not on my mind, and I would like to get back to it eventually a little bit more, not full-time, but, you know, more frequently, as well as Patreon and stuff like that. So if you would like to support me, Patreon is a great way to do it, and I show a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff from the books I'm working on. Things are going to start hitting the shelves soon, hopefully. I really am looking forward to that because I have not had that feeling yet. But when it does, you'll know. I'll make videos about it. Anywho, yeah, more updates coming soon. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this little chat.